Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. It's Vlogmas in July 2021, day 19. And today we're going to do our question and answer session. We're going to do session 1 today. So if you want to see my answers to your questions, please stay tuned. I've never done a question and answer session on YouTube before, so I'm a little bit nervous about it, but also excited. I want to do about half of the questions I have for this video, and then the other half for next Monday's video to end our Vlogmas in July. So let's get started with question 1. So one question that I've been getting a lot lately in the comments is about my weight loss. I want to put a picture here in the video of my sort of before and my current. So the picture on the right in the black and white dress, that was me in October of 2020. And then the picture on the left, that's me in my on my vacation a couple weeks ago. And what I did was I have gone to a low-carb diet, and I've added more fat to my diet. So I want to, I love like cheeseburgers and pizza and stuff, but I want to show you some samples of meals that I've had. And these are going to be like eat-out meals so that you can kind of see how I eat. I eat a lot of meat, and then instead of the starchy vegetables, I eat more green vegetables. So you can see a few examples here in some of my eat out meals. And I have lost since I started this journey in November, and when I started, I weighed 194.5 pounds. And right now I'm about 143. So I've lost a little over 50 pounds. And I'm going to stay on the journey. I don't know, ultimately I don't really have a goal. When I started doing this, I just wanted to do something different. I didn't realize how it would change my body. But it is great, and I'm sort of loving this this whole phase of life right now, and I'm excited about it. So thank you guys for asking about my weight loss. Here's question 2. How did you get interested in quilting? So when I was growing up, I came from a sewing family. My mom sewed like all of our Easter dresses and a lot of different things for us when we were kids. And so I've been around sewing my entire life. But I didn't become interested really in quilting until I was pregnant with my oldest son. At that time, I was watching a lot of HGTV, and it was Alex Anderson's Simply Quilts would come on every weekday morning. And so I would get up and watch it, and I was super interested in it. And so I wanted to learn how to quilt. Another thing that happened was I found a fabric like in Walmart or somewhere, and it had the number 2000 on it because it was 1999 and he was going to be born in 2000. And so I was really inspired by that fabric. I was like, my baby should have a quilt with the year that he was born and all that. So I set out to make a quilt. I went and bought like decorative fabric, like the sample books, and I bought any like little blue fabric that I could find. And so I cut rectangles out of it so that I could make him a quilt. I thought I was going to hand piece it, but then I was really not. And I ended up, it took me 7 years to finish that quilt, but in between there, I already caught the bug. And so I was sewing quilts, but I didn't finish his quilt for quite a while. Are there any other crafts that I'm interested in? I am really interested in knitting and crochet. I really am interested. I tried crochet one summer, and I made like a little bag, but I couldn't even look up. I was just looking down at the work the whole time. I couldn't even like watch TV. And so when I did that, I was like, I can't live like that. I need to at least be able to look up from my work. And my mom crochets, and she said, well, yeah, you can do it and watch TV or whatever, but I could not. And so I don't want to add that. One, because I have so many other projects, but two, because I just need my life. I don't want to learn how to do it at this point. I'm interested in knitting. I think knitted garments are beautiful. I'm just not there. And I have so many things quilting wise that I want to do and think about and grow, that I'm not going to add the needle arts, even though I did get those crochet hooks in that fabric haul. So anything could happen. My favorite crafts, I think that obviously my favorite is just quilting. I love designing quilts. I love sewing them together. The cutting is but I love the sewing and I love the quilting. And then I just love having a finished piece that, in some cases, that I designed from start to finish. So like the brain idea was my own. And so I just love that whole creative process. And I like sharing that creative process. I didn't know that I would like teaching it as much as I do, but I really enjoy like my YouTube channel. I really enjoy when I can help someone when they come to me and they say, hey, what do you think about this? Or, hey, I tried this, but it didn't work. What else can I do? And even though I don't think I'm the best at that, I'm glad that I have some experience where I can help somebody if they need help. My favorite quilts. This is question 4. Honestly, every quilt that I work on is my favorite quilt at that time. I feel like I can learn something from every single quilt that I make, and there's always a new technique or a new ruler or something that I would like to try. I think that my most recent favorite it's probably the Volcano Quilt. I'll put a picture of it here. This is the one that I made for my son's graduation. I'm really proud of the way that I did it, because it went from photo to drawing to quilt. Maybe I'll put pictures of that in here too, so that you can see where the idea came from. And I'll link, I think I'll link the videos related to this quilt in the comments too, because it was quite a process to come up with that quilt and make it for him. The magic quilt, I think that was pretty special because I sort of learned how to use paper piecing, and I put a picture of that one here and then link to the playlist for that, because it was quite a journey to create those. And I think that that's the most important thing for me, is the process of getting from a small brain idea to creating a piece that somebody can look at. I think that's amazing. The last question, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this video is going to be, what kind of sewing machines do I use? And I talked about 2 of them in my studio tour. The Singer Quantum Futura, that's the one that I'm doing my quilting on, and then the Kenmore that I'm doing my piecing on, that's downstairs. But I also have 2 more. I'm going to take a picture of them and insert them here. One is a brother that I probably got from Walmart several years ago, just to start back sewing. And then the other one is the dressmaker sewing machine. And I have, I'll put a picture of it. That was my grandmother's sewing machine. And I have it, but it's not usable yet because I need to replace the belt on it. But I'll put pictures of them so that you can see them. And And hopefully I'll get to use at least that dressmaker. I think I would love to have that one out, except it's so heavy and the machine is like in the bottom of the case. It's really interesting. So when we come back next Monday, I have a few more questions for the Q&A. If there are questions that you have, please leave them in the comments below. I hope that you feel like you've learned a little bit more about me from this video. If you have, like I said, if you have more questions, leave them in the comments. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!